Congratulations on taking the initiative to write a research paper on your own. To assist you in the process, I'm here to provide you with some useful guidelines and reminders to help streamline your research and make the task a little more manageable. In this presentation, we will cover 4 main topics. First, the sources you can access to find resources for your research. Second, how you should cite the sources you used in your research paper. Third, the CREB test and how you can evaluate a source's credibility and reliability. Finally, on how you can achieve academic honesty and the consequences if any academic dishonesty is identified. So first, on the sources you can use for your research. Sources are a critical component of research. They serve as a foundation for inspiration, provide evidence to support claims and results, and contribute to the understanding of the topic at hand. It is essential to use credible and reliable sources, which are usually peer-reviewed to ensure the validity of your findings. Here are some websites you can access to find such sources. First, PubMed is a reliable tool for finding research articles on a wide range of topics and fields. It is a common starting place for most researchers. Second, the Directory of Open Access Journals, or DOAJ, provides access to peer-reviewed journals similar to PubMed. Third, Google Scholar, distinct from the standard Google search engine, is a search engine for academic and peer-reviewed journals. Google Scholar searches keywords a bit differently than PubMed, so you might also see different top results if you use both. Additionally, you can also consider using Web of Science and state-level library sites. Web of Science offers free downloadable full-text papers, and state-level library sites also provide access to a wide range of resources, such as journals, magazines, newspapers, etc. Next, Journ is another useful search tool for finding academic papers. And finally, Archive is an online database containing publications in fields such as physics, computer science, mathematics, finance, and biology. It is important to note that these publications on Archive are not peer-reviewed, so use them with caution and always give proper credit to the authors. While we recommend you use the platforms provided in the previous pages to access peer-reviewed journals, you can also use textbooks, official websites with .gov or .org endings, science magazines, news articles, and encyclopedias. Despite all the resources you have, you may still encounter paywalls when trying to access scientific literature. However, it's important to note that you can often find these papers without paying yourself. There are numerous alternative resources available for finding the information you need. If you must access a scientific paper behind the paywall, there are still a few options to consider. First, if you work with a mentor associated with a research organization or university, you can ask them if they have access to the paper. Most large universities or research organizations will have institutional subscriptions to a wide range of academic journals. Second, you can check if the author has posted any full-text versions of the article on sites like ResearchGate or other personal website. Third, you can reach out to the authors via email and politely ask if they would be willing to provide you with a PDF copy of their paper. Even if you cannot see the whole paper, you should be able to see the contact information for the corresponding author on the site. Remember to be respectful, explain why you need the resource, and thank them for their time and assistance. If you don't receive a response, you can follow up with a polite email. However, if you still don't hear back, it's likely that the authors are unable to assist you. It is also important to keep in mind to follow the academic ethics, copyright laws, and guidelines while accessing and using scientific literature. Moving on to the next topic, citing sources. Proper citation of sources is a crucial aspect of academic research. It demonstrates a thorough understanding of the topic, upholds the responsibilities of being a scholarly researcher, helps prevent plagiarism by accurately identifying any quotes or ideas borrowed from other sources, and allows readers to easily track the sources used by the author, leading to a deeper understanding and appreciation of the research. As an example, we've selected a paper from the journal Nature. When citing a journal article, which is a common type of source in academic research, you will need the following information: the names of the authors, the title of the paper, the title of the journal, the volume and issue number of the publication date, the page numbers, and the digital object identifier, or DOI. For guidance on citing other types of sources, you can refer to the citation guidelines provided on our website. We use a modified MLA8 citation style. Here is the general form and an example on how the citation should look like. Please note that the reference list in your paper should follow the appropriate MLA format with a few exceptions. 1. The references must be listed in the order in which they are referenced in the text instead of alphabetically. Second, the references should not be listed with a hanging indentation. There are some common mistakes you need to be aware of. First, please take a look at how you can cite a source if there are 2 or more authors. The author's name section should be modified according to the general form listed in this page by only listing the first author followed by et al. Second, for any websites cited, do not include HTTP or HTTPS at the beginning of the web address. The text should also not be hyperlinked, meaning that if you tried to click on it, you would not be taken to the website. Other than your reference list, let's talk about in-text citations. But before that, here are some general guidelines. First, in your reference list, each reference should be numbered based on the order in which it is cited in the text. So the first reference you cite will be number 1, and the fourth reference will be number 4, and so on. To indicate a reference is being cited, you would add the source number in a parenthesis at the end of your sentence. For more information, check out the submission guidelines on the JEI website. Here is another example of how in-text citations work at JEI. Let us assume that you used 3 sources in your paper, and those that are shaded in blue are written in your reference page. The number 1, 2, and 3 on the left of each citation should reflect the sequence in which they are referred to in your paper. You can also check how to perform in-text citations with the example below in the purple shaded section. On to the next topic, CRAP test and how to evaluate a source or paper. There are 5 main criteria. For the first criterion, currency, you need to check the published date, copyright data, or last updated date to ensure the credibility of the information. For the next criterion, relevance, you need to ask yourself several questions. Is the source relevant to your research question or topic? To whom is this information relevant? So, is the information meant for medical professionals, high school students, the general public, etc.? Next, for authority, you want to look into who the author is or the organization hosting the site, since legitimate websites tend to include less incorrect or outdated information. Think about whether the organization sharing the information is the best one. If we think about weather data, the National Weather Service is going to be a better authority on that data than, say, the National Football League. Next, for the accuracy section, you should ask, is the information presented accurate? You do not want to use incorrect information in your research. The process of fact-checking is important. If you aren't sure if the data is correct, think about the previous criteria we've discussed and whether those have been met. Additionally, looking to see if other unrelated sources show the same or similar information can be helpful in determining if the information is likely to be correct. The final criterion, purpose. Given the purpose of all academic literature is to inform, the perspective of the writer should be objective. For example, for the websites or platforms you use to look for scientific literature, try to avoid using articles with the primary purpose of advertising or marketing. On to the last topic, academic integrity. According to the Oxford Dictionary, academic integrity means acting with the values of honesty, trust, fairness, respect, and responsibility in learning, teaching, and research. Academic dishonesty can take different forms, including but not limited to intentional cheating, fabrication of data, and plagiarism. At JEI, if plagiarism is found, we will look at the severity and location of plagiarism throughout the manuscript to determine if it's possible to fix any issues and concerns with plagiarism. For cases where data has been fabricated or unethically obtained, we will reject the manuscript. If your work is already published at the time of discovery, the publication will be immediately removed from the JEI page. This is known as retracting an article. Such an action can hurt your reputation as a scholar, as your name will still be associated with the retraction notice. We know that many cases of academic dishonesty that are found are unintentional at JEI. However, it is ultimately your responsibility to ensure that you are not committing academic dishonesty. We suggest you check out our submission guide before submitting your manuscript. Moving on to plagiarism. This is a serious topic, but one that is taught differently across schools. Many instances of plagiarism are unintentional, as JEI authors may not realize they are in the wrong. The first step to avoid plagiarism is to know that all forms of directly copying text from another source is not allowed. This even includes instances where you put the text in quotes and provide a citation for it. Second, you must paraphrase the original passage and cite the original source. Please see our submission guide for more information on paraphrasing, but note that changing one or two words is not enough to avoid plagiarism. Additionally, sources need to be cited at the end of every sentence they apply to, not just the last sentence in a group that all use the same reference. This helps show readers which ideas are yours versus those that are supported by previous work. There are only two situations in which citations are not necessary. The first is when the information presented is original to the author. The second is when the information is widely accepted as common knowledge. For JEI, this generally means that the information can be readily found in an age-appropriate textbook or online resource. When in doubt, it is always safest to have a citation. Given how many cases of plagiarism are unintentional, here are some ways you can avoid committing plagiarism. First, remember to take detailed notes. By keeping detailed notes throughout the research process, you will not have to reference the original source material as you are writing. In this way, you will have 2 rounds of paraphrasing, ensuring that the final product is not too close to the original source. Second, use a citation manager. Citation manager are programs that allows you to add citation as you write, which can make your life a lot easier. Free options include Mendeley and Zotero. If you have access to EndNote through your school system, it is a great tool as well. Third, take time doing citations and do not cut corners. Please ensure that you designate enough time to focus exclusively on your citations. While the process can easily take several hours, you should take your time, as the consequence of plagiarism is immense. 4. Review your manuscript multiple times. When you feel you have a finished product, carefully read through each sentence and critically evaluate whether it needs a citation, and if the works cited are appropriate. 5. Ask for help. Teachers and librarians are wonderful sources of help. If you get stuck, have a question, or want to ensure that your manuscript is appropriately cited, reach out to someone who is an expert in writing. Thank you for your time and hope you learned a lot from this presentation. It is time for you to work on your research. We cannot wait to read your manuscript, and good luck!